Hey, what's up, guys? So, this episode is going to be slightly different. It's going to be shorter, and it's just going to be me talking, and it's just going to be about Etsy. And there's also going to be a video accompanied with this podcast. So, if you're listening and you would like to see what I'm talking about here, you can always go on my YouTube channel, Dapper Dan DeVore, and you can view the video also. So, what we're going to be talking about today is Etsy plus Printful Integration. Now, what is that exactly? So, basically, what you can do is you can sign up with Etsy. If you guys don't know what Etsy is, it's a marketplace, sort of like eBay or Amazon, but they only do like handmade goods and things like that. And the crowd is a little bit different. The buyers are a little bit different than they are on eBay and Amazon. They appreciate art more. They appreciate handmade goods, that sort of thing. It doesn't have to be handmade, but just so you get kind of the audience that shops on there. And they're willing to pay more for good design, good quality items. But anyway, so what we're going to be doing is Etsy plus Printful integration. Now, Printful is a service that will, sorry, I'm typing that in wrong. Printful is a service that will basically drop ship a number of things for you. I do shirts. But they will, and for those watching, I'm trying to bring it up here, but they will drop ship men's shirts, women's shirts, tank tops, sweatshirts, hoodies, phone cases, bags, art. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that they will drop ship for you. If it'll come up, I can show you. But anyway, so I'll just kind of go over it a little bit. So basically what you do is you sign up. If you're not already a seller on Etsy, you go ahead and sign up on Etsy, and actually I have a link so you can get 40 free listings in my bio if you want to check that out, or down below in my bio if you're on Instagram, but if not, then in the link below. Anyway, so you can get 40 free listings, and then you go ahead and sign up with Printful and integrate it with Etsy. And it's very easy to do, very easy. And then you just basically design your designs on Printful, and then you upload them to Etsy. So now you can make designs on Printful. They're very limited in what you can do on there. On their little design platform that they have on Printful. So before you start designing, first you need to kind of figure out the number one rule of business, is go where the customers are, right? Don't design or don't make something that the customer is not going to want, or that you're not sure that they're going to want, right? Because if you do, then you're just going to be stuck. But one of the great things about Printful is you don't really have to invest much money. 20 cents for a listing on Etsy, and that's about it. And especially if you're designing for yourself and not hiring a designer. So what you can do is you can, really you could put whatever you want to up there, but what I would suggest is that go for things that are that customers are buying, that you already know that they're buying, and that way you'll get sales quickly, and you'll know what they're looking for. So there's a couple of ways to kind of figure that out. Now, one way is to all right. So I'm going to give you an example really quick. Let's say, what's the type of dog? Let's say a dot. Oh, my internet is going slow. Hold on. All right. Yeah, I was going to type in Dotson, but can't remember how to spell that. So what we're going to type in is, let's just type in workout shirt. And one of the great things, if you're watching, is when you type in workout shirt, just like any other, like Google, Amazon, any of them, it gives you suggestions here. So we have workout shirts shirts for women, for men, for women funny, just funny, design with bows, for mom, SVG, saying, for a bride. Just because I want to see this, workout shirts for a bride. I want to see what they have for brides. I'm just curious now. Okay, so my internet is going to be super slow tonight. And I have no idea why. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Now we have Printful coming up, and we also have workout shirts for bride. So, now, whenever you search for something on Etsy, the first 4 are going to be ads, and you can run ads to make yours show up in the top results. But we'll go ahead and look at some of these. I'm in it for the long run with a ring. Ha, that's nice. And one great thing about this, you don't have to be a designer. You really don't. Look at this shirt right here. You can literally, there's a couple of apps, which I'll tell you in a minute, but you can literally make this on one of those apps very, very easily. Within literally, probably about 5 minutes, you can make this shirt right here. But one thing that you want to be sure of is that it is not copywritten. Make sure that this phrase is not copywritten, because you will get tagged for that, and they will take your listing down. I've had it happen to me on Etsy. But anyway, you don't want to get into a lawsuit or anything like that. So you can go to don't go to TM Hunt. TM Hunt is not a good one. Go to Tess, TESS, or just search Tess, and it'll come up with the trademark. I forgot the exact name, but the trademark system for the U.S., and it'll be like trademark.gov or something. Anyway, that's not the right address, but just search TESS, and it'll come up with the correct thing. And then you search this phrase, I'm in it for the long run, and then you just make sure that it's not, let's say, like this phrase they don't have it trademarked for a shirt, and then you're okay. Or anything that you want to put that on, then you're okay. So here's Printful. Here's what I was wanting to tell you about. So Printful is great. Man, they're so easy. So let's go into create a basic order, and then I'm going to show you some of the options that we have of creating things. I only have shirts right now, but I plan on getting into more stuff. Go to new products. All right. So now, if you look at, they have men's clothing, t-shirts, tank tops, all over shirts. They have embroidered polos, hoodies, sweatshirts. Women's clothing, they have leggings, skirts, dresses, swimwear, hoodies, t-shirts. Then kids and youth clothing. They have t-shirts, leggings, baby onesies. And then in accessories, here's where we get into a lot of stuff. We have trucker hats, snapbacks, dad hats, mesh hats, beanies, bucket hats, visors, tote bags, drawstring bags, iPhone cases, socks. And then home and living, we have coffee mugs, pillows, wall art, and beach towels. So, there is a ton of stuff that you can make your designs on. And like I said, you don't have to be a designer or even very good at art or anything, honestly. I mean, these, like I said, you can make them in 5 minutes or less on some of the apps I'm going to tell you about. But anyway, bride mode, beast mode, I like it. But if you look in here, you can get some ideas. This is a good place to come get ideas, and I like to get ideas here and then make them better. Or let's say, I don't know, I'm just going to use this as an example. I'm not even going to think about it, but let's say this shirt looked good, and then I like this shirt, and they're very similar. I could combine the wording or change it up a little bit and make my own shirt and make it even better, if you know what I mean. And another thing about these mockings here, or mock-ups, not mockings, mock-ups. Mock-ups are the things that you see. It has like the shirt with the dumbbells and the hat there. You can buy these on Etsy, and then you can put your design right here. So all you have to do is search shirt mock-ups on Etsy, and then you can do exactly what you see here. Or you can leave it normal and it'll look like this on a white background, which is good. I mean, I get sales from those all the time. But anyway, now that's a little bit of research. You can search for anything that you think would sell, and then you'll come up with all kinds of different ideas here, especially when you start typing stuff in. Workout for a bride, workout shirts for women, and so on and so forth. Now, one way that you know that these shirts are selling, you see this, you can actually add this. I have this on some of my shirts, or actually my entire shop. Eligible orders get 10% off. That entices people to click on your ad and then buy. All of my sales in the past week or two have been from having those ads on there, or having those sales on there. Now, here we go. Once you click on the item, you're going to see this. Other people want this. 19 people have this in their carts right now. That tells you that there is a huge demand for this shirt, right? And if you click on other shirts, there you're not going to see that. That lets you know that that shirt is in high demand. Like, people really want that shirt. And that if you make something similar, it's possible that, see, this one doesn't have it, but it's possible that you could have a high demand shirt also. Now, another thing you can look at is this is Marine Bride here. And then if you look below at the reviews, if it has a lot of reviews on this particular shirt, then that's good news too. But you want to look for that little cart, and it says 19 people have this in their cart right now. Okay, so that's how you know how in demand something is. Now, if you have no idea what to make at all, what you can do is, if you just have, let's say, words that you want to search, you can come to this neat little site called etsyrank.com. And this is not my name, so don't try to follow me or don't try to find me by it. It has my picture, but that's not mine. Anyway, so you come to Etsy Rank, and now I have Etsy Rank Pro, and I mean, it's a little bit better, but I think it's like $10 a month, which is definitely worth it. But let's say we're going to keep with the bride theme. We're going to search bride. Let's say shirt. And then you hit get keyword ideas. And this is going to give you a bunch of ideas that you can find. It's going to rank them by demand, by a few other things, if it will load. Okay, so the competition, I don't even really worry about this because I'm selling shirts right now that were ranked very high competition, so I'm not too worried about that. It's better if you can find ones that have low competition. Demand here, medium demand, that's kind of important. I mean, demand means that people are buying, so the higher the demand, the better. Very high engagement. I'm not a big fan of the engagement because engagement just means they're liking it and stuff like that. So, I mean, people like things on Instagram all the friggin' time and they don't do anything about it. I mean, you get my point here. Anyway, so it tells you how many listings there are, how many total views, hearts, daily average views, and then it tells you the trend here. This is from Google trend. So September, come on. Okay, it's being slow. September, July. Well, most people know when, if you're doing anything. Anyway, you can kind of figure out when it's going to be trending and when it's not from right here. So, if you scroll further down, it has frozen up on me. Okay, so if you scroll a little further down, you'll get more ideas for shirts here. So bride shirt is the biggest word here. Still not scrolling, but bride shirt is the biggest word here, meaning that is what is searched the most. And then next is like bride gift, wedding shirt, bridal party shirts. And one great thing about this is when you have your design already and you're about to put it on Etsy, which I'll probably make another video on this, and you're about to put it on Etsy, this is going to give you a lot of good title words here. This is what's going to get you found. This is how you're going to, once you make a design and have it all ready and everything, you go to upload it to Etsy. You're going to get the best place to get your keyword ideas and title words are from etsyrank.com right here. So, bridesmaid shirt, bachelorette shirts, wedding day shirt. I mean, you can even go into the smaller ones if you want to get even more traffic. So, and then you can scroll down and all these words that you just saw, it breaks them down by competition, demand, and engagement. And then also long tail. Anyway, my internet's still being slow. This page is frozen up on me. But one of the great things is it tells you how many listings actually have this tag, bride shirt, what the competition is, very high, what the demand is, medium, and what the engagement is, very high. And then it goes on to tell you even more. And you can use all of these words down through here to use in your title and in your tags. So that is some research. Those are excellent research tools, and use them. Etsy Rank. Go on Etsy. Okay, so here's our research tools, etsyrank.com, and then you can go on Etsy, search for items, and then you look at the ones that you think may be good, and then you see how many people have it in their cart, and also eligible orders get 10% off. That's another way to drive traffic. So that's your research. A couple of other things are likes and reviews. And then one other thing is this I'm not really going to go into it too much, but another research tool is one called Merch Informer. Well, actually, no, I'm sorry. That's for something else. Okay. Now, getting into design, once you find, or if you already know what you want to design, but once you find some items that you would like to design, what you can do is there are a few apps that I use on my iPhone, and they also have most of them on Android too. There's one called Over, Over, and Over is an app that, sorry, I was looking for my phone, that you can design. Let's see, I'm going to show the people at home here that are watching the video. All right, so there it is. It's called Over. It's yellow. Oh. All right, there it is. It's yellow. It's called Over. And I mean, you can do so much with that app. It's just a really, really great app. And then another one is called WordSwag, and I'll have all of these in the description, so don't worry, they will be there. And for those listening, you can go to the video and find those also, or go to, I'm going to post this on my website, danieldevore.com, and you can go there and find it also. Another one is WordSwag, and let me just show you some of the, let me show you a quick deal that you can do with WordSwag. Alright. I'm going to type one up real quick. Pizza, beer, wings. And literally, like, that's so simple, but you can probably sell something like that simple. All right, so you see this one. It says pizza, beer, wings, and it has, you can change to something like that, or something like this. It basically, for those listening, it changes the fonts and makes them look kind of cool, and I mean, literally, it's super easy to do. There we go. There's another one. But you can just, it has so many different options. You can go in and change, and this is WordSwag again, by the way. You can go in and change, and it takes however long it just took me to type in what I wanted to type in. And then you can come up with probably over 100, 200 different ways to display the text that you input into there, and a lot of them look really, really cool. And a lot of them actually look a lot better than what you see on here on Etsy. But WordSwag, that's a great one. Another one is called Retype. I don't like it as much as WordSwag because it doesn't have as many options, but that's another one that you can use also. They have different displays of text and stuff like that. And then okay, so Over, I think it costs like $5 maybe. I don't remember exactly. WordSwag, I'm pretty sure it's free, and Retype I think costs like $1 or something. But they're definitely worth it, and you'll make your money back within the sale of one shirt, really. And then also another one that I use a lot is called Canva. It is free to use, and they have a lot of different ways that you can display text and add all kinds of icons and all kinds of other stuff too. If it'll bring it up, I'm going to bring it up real quick if it's not going to be slow. And then those are just easy ways to do it on your phone and quickly. And then another way, if you have skills or want to learn skills, you can get on Photoshop and do some amazing stuff on Photoshop or Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator. I mean, the possibilities are almost endless on there. But I was just trying to give you guys some quick ways on apps and stuff. I mean, literally less than 5 minutes you can make a design and have it up on Etsy within at least 10 minutes, even if you're slow. So, I mean, there's so much. And if you follow the little bit of advice that I've given you about ranking for keywords and putting keywords in your title and stuff like that, then you will show up in search results, which is awesome. So, let's say, so we're on Canva. Let's say we create a design real quick. So yeah, you can get on here, and if you guys are watching, you can see the different designs that they have, and you can just click on one. And if you're clicking on one, I just clicked on one that said 800 by 800 pixels. That's one thing you want to be careful of. You can make, actually, you know what? Here we go. Let's make a custom design. Yeah, we'll use custom dimensions. And then it'll let you type in the dimensions that you want. And I always use, because I do Amazon merch too, so I always use just 4,500 by 5,400. And then it will be ready to put on almost anything that you want to put it on, even if you're not putting it on shirts. I mean, you can put it on canvases and all kinds of other stuff. Okay, it must be less than whatever. Let's do 4,500 by 4,500. And then once you have your once you have your canvas here ready, you can come over here on the left, and they have a ton of different elements, text, backgrounds, whatever you want to add here. I mean, and the majority of it is free, and if you really see something that you want that costs money, they're usually only about $1, which isn't bad at all. But Canva is a free option, and man, it has a lot of design capability for being free, especially. Now, like I said, Photoshop and Illustrator have a lot more, but if you don't want to take the time to learn Photoshop or Illustrator, you can always use these other options that I've went over, and they will do really well for you. So just a little bit about Printful and Etsy. I have been doing well on there lately. Not really well, but I've been selling usually about 1 to 2 shirts a day, which is pretty good compared to what I've had before. And it's really, really easy. Like, everything is taken care of for you. You can, once the order comes in, it goes straight to Printful. You don't have to do anything. Once the order comes in on Etsy, it goes straight to Printful because you already have it integrated. And they let you know, hey, we got your order. Printful lets you know, hey, we got the order. And then it usually takes, I don't know, somewhere between 3 to 5 days, unless it's a really busy time of year like Christmas time, then 3 to 5 days, and then they send it out to your customer. I mean, and you don't really have to do, honestly, you don't have to do anything except for set your alternates. There's different t-shirts and stuff that you have to set if you're doing t-shirts, but I can show you guys that in another video. But I mean, that's all you really have to do is set your alternates and just make sure that your orders get sent out. And I mean, you rarely have a problem unless you didn't set your alternates or there's a problem with your payment. That's the only two problems I've ever had on the Etsy Printful integration. You never touch anything with the physical product. All you do is upload your designs and then make sure that you do your research and put your keywords in your title and in your your title and your tags and all of that, so you can actually get your design found under the keywords that you're looking for. But that is the Etsy Printful integration. It is an awesome thing to do. It's really easy, and I have been enjoying it. And I honestly like making my own or coming up with designs and stuff. It's been pretty cool making the designs and just coming up with ideas and stuff. But again, if you guys are still listening or watching, you can either go below in the comments or in the description, or you can go to danieldevore.com and you will find all the information. You'll find your 40 free listings if you want to do the 40 free listings for Etsy. And I also have a link so you can get your Etsy and Printful integration set up also. But that's it, guys. I really appreciate you listening and watching. And if you wouldn't mind, I would really appreciate if you guys are listening to the podcast, just go on iTunes and leave me a review, whether it's good, whether it's bad. I just want some reviews. I need some reviews. I don't really care if they're good or bad. I would love your feedback if it's bad, honestly. Same thing here on YouTube. If you guys want to leave comments, you want to like or dislike, I want your feedback, and I really appreciate it. But that's all I have for today. Thanks for listening.